If you have an iPad but you don't have an Apple Pencil, you're actually missing out on a lot. But even if you do have an Apple Pencil, there are a lot of features that you might not know about. Today I'll show you everything you need to know about using your Apple Pencil, from setting it up to advanced features. Let's get into it. The original Apple Pencil launched in 2015 with the iPad Pro. It had a lightning port sticking out the top, and it honestly was a terrible design choice. This Apple Pencil could write on your iPad and was pressure sensitive, and that was about it. Then came the second generation Apple Pencil 2 with wireless charging, double tap gestures, and magnetically snaps to the side of your iPad. Fast forward to 2024 when Apple dropped the Apple Pencil Pro. Same shape, but added new squeeze gesture, barrel roll detection, and haptic feedback. It's meant for pros, but trust me, the casuals like me can benefit a lot from it too. The first gen Apple Pencil you just plug straight into the iPad. Second generation and the Apple Pencil Pro you snap to the side of your iPad. Then the USB-C Apple Pencil you just plug into your iPad using a USB-C cable. Then you'll see an animation showing that your Apple Pencil has automatically connected to your iPad. Let's start with the second generation Apple Pencil. You probably know it's pretty good for writing down notes and things, but there's a lot of really cool features that just take it up another level. First is the double tap gesture. Double tap your Apple Pencil to switch between tools, like going from your pen to your eraser. In the Settings app, you can find the new Apple Pencil settings. Let's actually change the double tap gesture to do a few things like switch to eraser or switch to your last tool. Now if you close your iPad, then tap the screen with your Apple Pencil, it'll instantly start a new note. Then if you want to take a screenshot of your notes, you can actually swipe up from the bottom left corner on your iPad using your Apple Pencil and it'll instantly take a screenshot. Then after that, let's say you go to the screenshot and want to take some notes. You can just swipe from the bottom right corner to bring up a quick note. In something like Notes, you can use the scribble pen, then start writing with your Apple Pencil. Everything will magically turn into text, just in case you're like me and can't read your own handwriting. Now for the Apple Pencil Pro. This gets all the same really cool features, plus a few more, like pinch, roll, and haptics. Let's get into it. If you're shading or using something like the calligraphy pen, rotating the pencil will change the angle or width of your stroke. Just like a real pen, it's actually really cool. I'm in the Notes app, and you can actually see a shadow of the Apple Pencil on my iPad. When you spin the Apple Pencil, the shadow spins as well. Then there's a new squeeze feature, which is by far my favorite part of the Apple Pencil, and here's why. Gently squeeze to bring up the tool palette. Then you can change things like brushes and colors instantly. This tool palette is the default, but back in settings, you have your squeeze settings. Now you have a few options, but the best is definitely shortcuts. I have a shortcut which checks for whatever focus mode I'm in and does a different action depending on the focus mode. For example, in my fitness focus, when I squeeze my Apple Pencil, it opens Notes and the clock. Then puts it in split screen and opens my gym folder in the Notes app. That way I'm instantly ready to track and time my workouts. And to make this Apple Pencil just a little bit more premium, they've added a haptic motor. That way you can feel exactly when you pinch the Apple Pencil, and it's pretty cool. Now, let's quickly go over a couple settings that you should probably change. Go to Settings, Apple Pencil, toggle Only Draw with Apple Pencil. Now, it'll detect whenever your palm is on the screen. That way, it doesn't start drawing using your palm, and it'll only draw using the Apple Pencil. If you have a compatible iPad Pro, you can enable Hover, which will show a shadow of what you're about to draw right before you actually draw. And if you're using the Apple Pencil Pro, you can fine-tune the pinch sensitivity. That way, it's not too easy and it's not too hard. It's exactly how you like it. Thanks for watching, and comment your favorite Apple Pencil trick.